The fact is that in the gallery, in the World Gallery, of the most famous, outstanding, resonant, and lively liars. The portrait of Putin's press secretary, Mr. Peskov, will hang in the most prominent place, and spotlights will be directed at it. And this, I must say, is not entirely fair because, well, no, of course, Peskov's contribution to the development of public lying is enormous, invaluable, magnificent. He is an experienced, phenomenal liar who has never slipped up and has never been caught, not even in the tiniest, smallest, most insignificant. Little truth. He has never slipped up. Peskov spins tales masterfully. He lies always to everyone and about everything. Nevertheless, overestimating Putin's secretary. I wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't hang his portrait in the most prominent place in the museum, in the Gallery of Lies. Why? Because famous masters of this genre, like Munchausen, Mary Carlton, or Lustig, the guy who sold the Eiffel Tower, they all lied essentially at their own risk. They lied fearing the consequences of exposure. Black eyes, slaps, prison. They lied at the risk of being tarred and feathered, or even going to the scaffold. But Peskov, he risks nothing. He knows he can peddle anything without fearing the consequences. And the more absurd his next statement is, the easier it will be accepted and the better. It will take root in the weak minds of the great Russian people. Today, Peskov lied about the USSR's victory, although even Stalin have said this 1,000 times in the Telegram channel, in extracts and indirect hits. Even Stalin officially acknowledged the success of the USSR in World War II, stemming exclusively from Lend-Lease and Western weapons. Stalin understood that the soldiers' meat would be absolutely powerless without tens of thousands of trucks, tanks, boats, locomotives with which the anti-Hitler coalition supplied Stalin's army. And today, of course, boasting and fueling Russian victory frenzy, Peskov, as always, well, like everyone else and many others, remained silent about those who truly turned the tide of the war, leaving the Reich no chance of victory. After all, it was clear that this war would be won by whoever has nuclear weapons first. And whenever I'm asked who turned the tide of the war, I always say it was Joachim Runeberg, Knut Haukelid, and a few other Norwegian saboteurs who blew up to hell. Hitler's plant in Rjukan, a plant that produced heavy water and which in general gave Germany the opportunity to acquire nuclear weapons by the end of 1944, no matter what is said, and no matter how much they try to downplay this fact. Let's not forget that in Hitler's arsenal, besides this, there were also some of the most brilliant minds of humanity at that time in the person of Werner Heisen. If such a weapon had appeared, if not for these Norwegians, then Hitler would have had nuclear weapons and the ability to obliterate both the troops and cities of the anti-Hitler coalition. Of course, Peskov also did not say a word about this. All the USSR